Well, we wanted to do a historical top 50 of chess players of sort of all time, and to do that, we are using the statistics by Jeff Sonax, who has created a site called Chessmetrics. We've gotten some help from Frank Hoffmeister, who is a well-renowned chess historian, but then we have still kind of added our own touch. And it's always going to be subjective, and there's no correct answer.
I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you agree with every single ranking, because usually when you publish lists, what could go wrong? Who would disagree with anything? But yeah, it's been fun, and I hope you like it.
The 2021 Chess Tour will be the first time the world's best chess player is determined over a full online season. This tour will not only reinvent the sport, it will also reinvent how chess is broadcasted to a wide audience.
To do so, we will create an amazing show. We are now looking for the best English-speaking talent out there to be a part of this. You will be instrumental in making chess interesting and exciting entertainment, also for viewers with only basic chess skills. You will fill this studio with drama and enthusiasm when you give a global audience the excitement, time trouble, the genius moves, and the inevitable blunders. Can you see yourself as part of this team? Do you want to be part of building something never before seen in chess?
Send us a screen test and show us some examples of the work you are most proud of.
Ladies and gentlemen.
24 and 8.
Okay, good game, Alireza. I mean, I just was way out of shape, but he deserves full credit.
One of the most popular Chess24 formats is back now. The tournament where top players not only battle it out on the board, but stream their thoughts live as they play. 8 qualifying tournaments with 8 players each. Only 1 winner per qualifier. The 8 winners will play against 8 Super GMs in the final of the Banter series. Awesome prizes for the winners. Plus, the top 2 players qualify for the next Magnus Carlsen Chess Tour. Watch it all on Chess24.
Hey, and welcome to another match. This is the semifinals. Aronian beats Grischuk in a fairly even match in the quarters, and obviously I beat Mr. Anish Giri. So we're fighting for the right to play. I assume Wesley Slow in the finals. I think he was leading, but I didn't see how the match finished. But anyway, let's get this party started. And we're gonna go 1d4 as I think exclusively did against Giri. He goes g6. So I beat him pretty badly in the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz in the Grunfeld, but he repeats it. That's interesting. Okay, let me just play something, huh? But what? Okay. Let's play something that I don't know. It can't be a bad idea, can it? I faced this a few times myself and I played c6, which isn't a very good move. Basically, white is a little bit better there. So you should go for something sharper as black. Well, he does play c6. There you go. Like, I have the feeling that after cd5 and bishop f4, like, for instance, Fedoseev did against me, that white's a bit better, but also bishop g5 there is interesting. Basically, my claim is that the bishop on g7 is a bigger weakness than it's a bigger weakness than the pawn on h4. Positionally speaking, like obviously I would love to have the pawn on h3, but it may not be that big a deal. So what did Fedoseev? Did he go queen b3 immediately against me? I guess he did. I should know this stuff. Like, I ran into a lot of trouble in that game and I cannot even remember. That's top level training for you. But I think this is how the game went. Like knight a5, queen a3, knight c4, takes, castles. And I did like bishop d7, knight e5, b5, I think. Queen a6, queen c8, I sacked the pawn on b5 and begged for a draw. And what do you know? Sometimes you beg and your wishes are met. I guess b6 is fairly sensible. Well, I'll just develop. e5 is not crazy playing for h5, but I feel like I'm doing well positionally speaking, so there's no reason not to play on the queen side. And now that he's put his bishop on b7, I'm even less worried about h4, since the bishop cannot go to g4. So overall, I would say I'm probably like comfortably better. Okay. Takes a knight g5. No, there's h6 and then knight e4, knight d4, attacking e4. Okay, this is mildly annoying then. If I push h5, he gets g5. I don't particularly like that. Okay, let's go bishop d3. At some point, of course, I gotta speed up, but I mean, I cannot just repeat myself all day. Like, it's clear that at almost every moment I need to speed up. But it's fine. I'm only down a bit. And we're playing with increment, so. Yeah, knight c4 was the logical choice. Okay, let's take it. Queen to b4, I guess. Oh, let me actually go to d1. So that dc4 can be met by knight d6, and then taking back with the queen on f3. And no, I have not played this ideally. He's got some counterplay now. Like worst case, you can probably take on f3 and then take on h4. Maybe there's knight f7 then. Who knows? Bishop d5, then I push e4. And b4, I think. Oh, that was possible. Somehow that move completely escaped my attention. Okay, I think I pushed on still. What? You could have taken and then taken an e4. Didn't look so bad. I guess this is not disastrous for him either, but at least now I'm considerably better. And this one I missed as well. I guess I just need to stop talking. I mean, I'm even blundering d4. What is this? What is this? This is getting dicey now. Seriously dicey. And we're both short on time. Like this is gonna be ugly. Yeah, I think he could take there. I don't have anything better than just to take back. Okay, I'm gonna have to fight hard for a draw here. Okay, we try an exchange, I believe. Take it. I'm not at all sure I'm going to be successful in my quest for a draw. Truth of the matter is, I probably won't. Which way should I go? I'll go this way. He's going to take and then rook g5, I think. Okay, this is possible as well. Okay, I'll play actively. If he takes on f2, I take on c5. I guess I'm just lost. We'll give a check. Rook d5 wins, amongst others. I guess this wins as well. But it's not as obvious, perhaps. Try and get the king back somehow. Oh, rook d6, rook d6, that's nice. We fight on, of course. for lack of a better thing to do. But I think this is definitely one of those cases where resistance is futile. Okay, the rook is not hanging, of course. And rook e1, king e1 would be stalemate without the f pawn. Okay, not a good start. I missed knight b5. Missed a number of things. That just wasn't very good. But even after knight b5, like I could do something sensible, like take on c4, and I'm still doing pretty well. But it was not to be. And I gotta say, well done by him. He was spotting some serious tactics there. Certainly more than I was. This one. Here, I don't know. Oh. This is a way to play. What do I know about this? This is weird. Okay. I don't think it's great, but the fianchetto can never be like too bad. Huh, we are getting some like English reversed. Well, I mean the English reversed is the Sicilian reverse, but one of those lines where you go for bishop c5 and so on. Okay, I guess I'll do this. Like you often go knight d2 with white, so why not do it as black? Okay, let's develop. Bishop b7, possibly rook c8. Knight c5 at some point. And I think he's a little bit better. Like even though queen on e3 is a little bit funny, generally the space is nice. Like you would love to have had the pawn on c4, I think, but still this is generally a slightly better position for white, but still there aren't any particular weaknesses in my camp, and it has the feeling of something quite playable. His last few moves are a little bit weird to me. I guess bringing the bishop around makes some sense, but I'm pretty happy with the way that I get to deploy my pieces. And it looks like, obviously it's a bit innocuous, but it also looks very harmonious. So I'm pretty happy. Bishop e3, I'm going knight e5, I think. Maybe I should have gone knight e5 immediately. Perhaps that was a lot clever. More clever? Yeah, cleverer is not the word. Knight d4. Okay. Somewhat missed knight d4. I think a6 b5 is logical, trying to gain some space. And also setting up the famous hedgehog structure. Could have been c4, speaking of hedgehogs, but looks like I'm just way up in terms of time of what you usually have in the hedgehog. You know what, I'm gonna go h5. Possibly bishop h6 at a later point, although I have to watch out for some knight g6 stuff then, or king h7, but there's knight h5 then. It felt reasonable to gain some space there. And his pieces look a little bit uncoordinated. So I'm happy to make like a half aggressive waiting move. Not thrilled about it though. No, actually I'm not at all thrilled about this. Oh, f3, that is a serious weakening. Don't understand the point of that at all. Okay, I'm gonna go queen f6. I mean, I guess he's protecting e4, but meh. Don't like the look of it. Okay, let's go h4 while I can. Gaining some space, taking some squares. I'm pretty sure he wanted to go h4 there and then knight h3. Okay, let's go bishop h6. Or is there knight e6? Ugh, I don't have time for that. Okay, I'm gonna panic and do something else instead. Okay, I'll take with the bishop. This probably wasn't very good. Anyway, I want ed5 and then either knight c6 or knight e6. I got quite a few squares, so I'm not that worried about the Isolani. b4, I just keep missing stuff. So annoying. Okay, I go knight d7 back, but now I really wanted that knight to go to e6. Okay, knight e7 then, I guess, to protect. Okay, I'm playing. I'm getting outplayed. I don't know exactly how badly I'm playing, but I'm certainly playing worse than he is at the moment. Okay, we take it, then take b4, rook c2, try and get some play. 96. Okay, queen e5. Now we're obviously trying to make a draw somehow. Okay, now it might be a little bit better. Okay, we go rook b4. Don't Don't take the pawn yet. Try and play for some tricks first. King e3. Okay, we go back. Okay, we're definitely playing for tricks here. Definitely playing for tricks. Oh, that's checkmate. So bad. Just so bad. That was like a self-made right there. Oh boy. This is gonna be a rough day. Not good so far. Not good at all. Let's go back to basics. London system. I mean, I'm down 2 games already. This could be a bloodbath. Are we gonna get the same structure? No, he goes d6, obviously. Okay. Should we go h3? No, I won't. I had something similar against him with reversed colors in the World Rapids in 2016. And there he sort of managed to outplay me, so this makes me a little bit worried. Okay, we go bishop g5. Yeah, probably shouldn't have allowed this. Should I go d5? I guess I'll go d5. I don't think it's great, but didn't see what else to do. Bishop g3, don't like giving up that bishop particularly, and also knight d2 or knight e1, knight f4. Then I have to go bishop g3 probably, and didn't love it. Okay, I'll take on h4 first. He goes knight f6, then I take on c6. Basically, he has a stronger center and the bishop pair, but he has a significantly weaker king. So I think, like, theoretically, black is absolutely fine, or he might even be a little bit better, but I have the hope that in practice it might be a bit easier to play white. So here I just want to go rook c1 and then b3 to evacuate the long diagonal, and hopefully limiting the power of his bishop on g7. Yeah, here I think after queen a4 I go knight a4. I mean, I'd already put one knight on the rim, so why not another? And after c5 I was kind of happy to see though. I think I'll go queen d3, and then the idea is to go knight f5 next. And with c5, he's obviously cut off the queen from f5, which means that I can annoy him this way. Rook d8. Knight f5, c4. Does that work? It would be really annoying if it did. Knight e7, king f8. And I take on c4 in some way, sack a piece. He takes an e7. How do I attack his king? I think the answer is that I probably can't. Okay, so we go rook d1 instead. Now, if bishop d7, I believe I can go knight f5. Yeah, now I will do it. Because d6 is hanging after c4. Okay, spending a lot of time. That is good. But I know this from all sorts of World Blitz championships that he can play really well when short of time. So I did miss queen takes d6, bishop takes a4. There's queen a3 then, rook d1, queen b4. That doesn't seem to work. I take on c4 immediately, king e7, queen d6. It's really complicated. Okay, I have a way to, I see a way to at least win some material there. So I'll take on d6, and then I'll go rook c5 and his queen b4. I have rook e5, bishop e6, bishop b5, queen b5. I take on b5, rook d8, rook b8, king goes, and I have 2 pieces and 3 pawns. Sorry, a rook and 3 pawns for 2 minor pieces, or namely 2 bishops. So I should be doing great there. Okay, so we give a check. Bishop b5. Okay, rook b5. You can try and be really cute and go rook c8 here, but I just would win anyway. I think just take on d8 and win the a pawn somehow. And like, I guess he has some chances here, but 4 pawns just should be more than enough. Should I take on d7? Seems like a good technical solution, actually. Exchange a few pieces, and then with 4 pawns against this bishop, it should be quite easy. So we just exchange a bunch of pawns, create passers on both sides. Now that he moves his bishop, I push a4. Moves his bishop again, h3. It's just going to be way too much for him to deal with here. Go h4. Take with the. He has to go h4 to have any sort of chance, but I don't believe it's close to enough. g5 now. I have 4 pawns that I'm pushing. That is just way too much for him. We push g6. Then we go b4, a5. Then we have e5 as well. Yeah, this is just way too much. Okay, okay. If I just made a draw in the last game, we'd be even at this point, but I guess it's I'll take the point for sure. I'll take it. So I'm one down. Haven't played so well so far. Gotta try and turn it up at some point. And he goes for, I guess, the same line. I wouldn't say I'm that worried. I feel like the position I got was quite okay. What if I go a6? He goes bishop c4, and I can play with first setup with e6, and then b5. Seems reasonable, no? That's the point. What about knight d5, e5, queen a5, queen d2, knight b4? King d1, I can take on d5. King e2? Then there's queen c5. Oh, there's c3, knight d5, b4, but then I have queen c7. There is probably some refutation since he's playing so fast, but I cannot see it. A4 is probably the refutation, yeah. Queen c5, knight b3, knight c2, king d1. Okay, I'll play e6. Takes f6. He's gonna play c4 at some point. No, just c3. Okay, I guess we'll just develop. Didn't like the queen on f6, so I'm gonna put that somewhere else. But I guess here he'll go for a Maruti bind with c4 at some point and be a tiny bit better. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't go b6. I'll go b6. He'll go, yeah, queen e2, then bishop e3, or bishop f4. Still, he's a little bit better. It seems very innocuous, but still, he's slightly better here. I go h6 in order to go bishop f6 next, possibly. I didn't want to allow. Okay, this I don't like for him. Yeah, I guess he gets bishop g3 to protect his pawns, but he's weakened his king fairly seriously. And although I have these somewhat ugly double pawns, I think that is a serious factor. Okay, I'll go bishop c6. If he takes on a6, I take on d1 and then a4, so I'm not losing a pawn. And I'm possibly preparing b5 at some point. I think he will go king g2 f3 at some point, but again, his king is seriously weakened. Now I'm using the tactical chance to go b5. Just want to open some things up. Should I have gone bishop b5? Maybe I should have. But anyway, I just spent way too much time on these subtleties. So. Okay, we took a rook. Bishop a8 was also possible tactically speaking, but I didn't actually like it. Bishop e8 feels correct, attacking c3. Queen b2. It's moving a lot of pieces away from the king side. Okay, we'll go rook d8, c8, I guess. Attack something as long as I can. Rook c1. Okay, now I have a double attack. d3 and h4. And I will lose e5, but that is a double pawn that I'm losing, and his king will be fairly deprived of cover afterwards. So I think this is a great trade for me. Just go bishop f6, I think. Get rid of those bishops and then prey on his weaknesses. Bishop e2 is not a bad choice for him here. Then queen f6, queen b6, he has bishop d4. You can also go bishop d4 immediately, but I think I'll take then. And possibly go h5 afterwards. Looks fairly promising. Yeah, he went for bishop e2, which is a little annoying. Okay, we'll go queen e7. Bishop d6, queen a7, bishop c5, queen c7. I feel like I've achieved something because my queen is kind of invading. Just kind of. I can also sack the exchange, but I don't want to do that. Let's just keep the tension for the moment. Okay, let's go h5, open up his king. So obviously keep the tension, but open his king when I have the opportunity. Okay, we'll take h5. Give a check. It's looking very promising for me now. Bishop g5 is an option. Bishop e5 looks fairly promising, actually. f4, there's queen e4. He's going to go queen g5, I think. Hard to imagine another move. Yeah, he did that. So I've at least won a pawn. I guess he does have some drawing chances. Okay, we'll give a check. Can't be too wrong. Okay, let's go. Bishop e3, I guess. And give another check. Okay, he's threatening bishop f6, which is annoying me a bit. Okay, I gotta play. Don't think too much. Oh, that's what he wanted. It's a bit surprising. It's getting a bit nervy, that's for sure. Attack something while I can. This one I didn't see. But I have king f7 later on. Should have done it immediately, of course. Okay, king f7 still. Bishop d6. Winning another pawn should be enough to win the game, unless I mess up in a major way. Okay, we go bishop a5. Oh, that didn't win immediately as I hoped, but it should win gradually in the rook ending. Okay, we just run rook g5, king d4, take e4. Then this is quite similar to the first game of the match, and my king is just too well placed. No chances for him. Okay, a couple of nervy games there. Wow. But we're back in best, folks. Officially back in the business. Oof. We'll try something else. Okay, we'll go g3 then. No more of this Grunfeld nonsense. He's played the symmetrical English quite a bit himself as white, but then he plays with d3 and queen d2, which I think he basically invented himself. Which is a pretty good line. Yeah, this is something that I played. There are many moves you can play here. Let's just go for this one. This I played against So in a Blitz game once. And the game was drawn, but I feel like I was a little bit better in the game. I think now you're supposed to push. And then you go b3. Yeah, this is quite plausible, I guess. Obviously, he was just going to make the most active move. There's no doubt about that. Okay, I'll take an e6, then I'll... Oh, wait a sec. Wait a sec. I thought bishop e6, knight g5 was good for me, but f e6. This one is not so clear, perhaps. Okay. How about knight? I'll go knight e4. Yeah, why not? If he takes an a1, I take an a1, at least I have a threat of knight f6. If he takes on c4, I guess bishop a5 followed by queen d6. Maybe bishop a1, rook a1, or knight f5. At least I can go queen c5 and have decent compensation. This is a mess. This is a total mess. Bishop b7 now. I'm hoping that knight g5 is going to be really good. Yeah, so he takes on c4. Very logical and quite expected. Rook c1 is maybe not insane. So many choices. If, when, why, what. Okay, we'll take an a5. Queen d6 and then take back on a1. I feel like if he goes for, yeah, this standard line that I mentioned with takes and knight f5 or knight f5 immediately, and I capture on c5, we exchange queens, cb3, ab3. I feel like I have excellent compensation there. Knight e5 is coming next, and his bishop is really, really awful. Probably my compensation is just enough for equality, but it doesn't seem like I'm running a risk here. Yeah, it's very logical, but I am getting some threats of bishop f1 now. There's knight c6. She's evidently not scared of. Should he be? Rook e8. Then there's knight e4. It looks very tempting. Yeah, knight e4. I got g4 and knight d6 on the cards. Look, it's looking quite promising. Okay, g4. Oh, what am I doing? I can just take the bishop immediately, like knight e7 and then take c8. Why is that trying to make the other thing work? So this is easy enough. Like, it's not easy in terms of winning the game, for sure. There's still a bunch of work to do there, but in order to gain a serious advantage, it's easy. Okay, I'll go rook a1, I think. Oh, this one. Okay, I don't see it for the moment, so I'll just call this bluff. Yeah, g5, that was sort of expected. Okay, we'll go rook a7. It's knight h4, king h3. It looks like I'm doing well. Rook f1, there's knight f5, f7, and then I can take on g5. Beat the knight. And here as well. I'm capturing f7 after a check on f. I'm capturing g5 after this check. Okay, I take g5. What am I missing here? I'm missing this. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Yeah, knight f3, knight f3. I don't have a good reply. Okay, I have to do it anyway. Probably. Rook h2, there's king g3. And here, you know what, I'll go king here first. We'll go take one pawn. Push. I should be winning. His only hope is e5 and then some sort of stalemate. Here I think I'm just mating him. King g6 next. Oh, he still has this. So annoying. How do I win now? Okay, check. That's e5. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Okay, we take. This has become a complete mess. Complete and utter mess. I'm actually not winning this. It's unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Okay, well done. Good defense somehow. I just got so casual there. I got so casual and then I couldn't speed up. So what was this, like knight f6, king f8, e4, knight f1, knight goes to e3. At this moment I could just push g5, I believe. Yeah, king g5, I thought it was just mating. Also king e5 is just winning. No good, no good, no good. A complete mess of a match. Okay, let me go e5 then. I was gonna go for this stuff again, yeah. Not thrilled to see it, I have to say. I'll just try to do something more or less common sense, I guess. Yeah, just no good. No good. There's knight f5 here, right? Then it takes everything. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Well, 2.5 points from the last 3 is pretty good. So shouldn't be tilting that hard. I'm hoping that tap water, that's what I've been missing. Okay, we'll take this one. And this. And knight g6. I'll try to go f6, I suppose. You can go e6, but I don't believe I should be worried about that. Could be wrong. It's just lining up the rooks. Okay, I don't need all my rooks to get forked over there, so I guess I'll go with this one. If I do have the time, I will play rook e8 and then knight f8, and his pawn will be gone. So he needs to act kind of swiftly. Oh, queen b3 is an issue. That's something I'd missed. Because I was only thinking of a3. Then I could go a5, and that looked perfectly fine. Guess I have to go knight f4 then. I don't love it though. Don't love it. Okay, we go back. Knight h4, I'm hoping that there are no like particularly nasty tricks. But I am threatening rook e8 pretty hard here. Queen e3, there's bishop a5, and his pawn is gone. So he does need to think of something. a3, okay. Oh, that is a bit stupid, no? I go bishop a5 and then rook e8. I think that was a miss by him. Yeah, now this looks very good for me. He's fighting well, I have to say. I could see that this was his only chance. I don't think it's sufficient. g6, he wants knight g2. And obviously I don't want to take on e6 and give him b7. Okay, so I'll go queen b8, I believe. Yeah, I think so. Queen e3 and queen c8, and I don't believe there are any tricks. Knight e5, knight f5, don't love allowing that knight over there, but I don't think there are any tricks. Still finding them, huh? Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go queen d8 and force b4. Then his pawn on d4 might be attacked later. Okay, g6. Now it's not in time for knight g2 f4. So I'm finally winning some of his stuff, I believe. Yeah, now I'm winning e6. And I'm much, much better. Goes knight e3, now he goes knight f4. Don't believe that was a good one. Knight, queen e1, queen e4, queen d4, and that should be game over. Okay, he goes queen c2 now, but there should be very few chances for him. Okay, just don't blunder anything. Queen e4, queen d1. I'll just improve my king a little bit. Move along. And set those pawns into motion. After all, I do have a lot of them. c4, there's one check, I think, or two checks. And then I start having my fun. Or do I? Okay, I'll win another pawn and then I'll think. Okay, now I get g4 and then I'll mate. Oh, no, I get queen e4, which is mate next. So, mother something blind. I mean, oof, oof. Okay. Good thing is I survived. I live to see one more day. And can you believe it? I'm leading the match. For the first time, I'm leading the match. I'm one up, and I need 2 more points to clinch it. And we're gonna get ourselves another Grunfeld. Let me see what he's got. Let me see what he's got here. Sure, he has some tricky line. This is why you go bishop e3 first, I think. Yeah, this is it. You go bishop e3 first, so that you can develop the knight to f3 once they go knight c6. What I did is actually slightly inaccurate. What can you do? Yeah, this is maybe more than slightly inaccurate. Okay, so I don't particularly want f3 rook d8, do I? Okay, so I'll go queen c2. This is also stupid. Knight a5, bishop d3, c5. And I have to take on c5, I think. Okay, I believe rook d8 may be a little helpful to me, question mark. Probably not. Because after rook d1, knight a5, they're still the same same shit. Okay, I'm just misplacing my pieces here. Okay, d5 is not something you want to do, positionally speaking, but I didn't see what to do. And at least now that he moved his rook from d8, then f5 is a little harder to attain. Maybe now I can do this and play for f4. But I would be lying if I said I loved it. I actually would be lying if I even said I liked it. Okay, e4 I'm not so sure about. Now I get bishop d4. It feels like I'm sort of getting some activity. Like if he goes c6, I don't react. I just go bishop d4. After this one, I don't go bishop d4. That's the one thing I can say for sure. So how do I get activity? Okay, let's go c4 first. He reroutes the knight. Yeah, probably I just don't have activity. Guess I'm just getting outplayed. Just a bit annoying, of course. He has to reckon with e5 now. I don't see any reason why not to go bishop e5. Bishop c3, f6. Okay, I'll go a4 just to prevent b5. If he goes queen e8, I go bishop c3. And if then bishop a4, queen b2, f6 will be met by knight e6, so we cannot actually hold the blockade. So we'd be pretty happy to see that. This one I'm less happy to see, but I'll try and regroup. Knight to c3 and the bishop to f4. Or clearly bishop to f4 first, since I don't want to allow knight c3, queen h4. Okay, queen h4, I go bishop to f4. I have to take back with the knight and f4, but I don't think that's a disaster, because the rook would be hanging on e1 otherwise. Yeah, if he takes and knight f4, I don't know. I don't think it's too clear. Okay, now I'll take an e5, I believe. Okay, we'll go knight either to c3 or to g1 and then f3. Probably to g1 and f3. I feel like I've achieved something here. Okay, we'll go knight d2. Claim that the knight is slightly better there. Okay, queen b2 probably. Try and annoy him a bit. Takes. Rook b8, but now I go h3. Knight f3 has to go knight f7. Go bishop c2, protect. And now I think I am slightly better, because he has very few useful moves. Maybe the knight is even better on d3. Because then the f-file is open. I possibly want to go bishop d1 and bishop g4 later on, provoke the exchange of those bishops. Okay, knight d3. So he's just protecting everything for the moment. Go rook b1, queen c3. Okay. I feel like the king is a little bit better on g1. Now rook f1, just reminding him that I'm calling the shots here. Knight g5, we can go rook e3, so I'm not worried about this. Okay, we'll go knight e1. Maybe the knight will go to f3 after all. Just hinting at bishop h5, making him think. That is important. Always threaten something. Rook f8. Now he may be putting himself in a little bit of an unpleasant pin. Though, may not be that bad. Okay, we go back, hinting at going to g4 at some point. Now queen b2. And rook f1, and bishop h5 may be coming. Bishop h5 and it's game over. Take it. Take d7, I think. Then we just push. e6, no reason not to. Take b6. He doesn't even have a check. Take another one with check. And we'll give a check. And another one. Take another pawn, because there's no hurry. Only one check. No stalemate, and that's it. Okay. I think that was like, I wouldn't say a decent game, but at least like I recognized that it was not going well for me, so I tried just to keep the game going. And little by little, I gained the advantage. And then when he went for this h4 g5 stuff, that just turned out to decisively weaken his king. So my patience was certainly rewarded there. So now we got 3 games to go, and the task at hand is to get 1 point out of these 2 games. Okay, we'll go back to c5. I didn't particularly like what positions I got in the Italian stuff, so we'll change it up. Okay, let's go e6. Bishop b5 cannot be that. Now he goes for b3. Interesting. So we're getting one of those Greek freak Sicilians, as I call it, with the queen on e3 instead of d2. Very interesting. d5 cannot be that bad. Also, there's queen a5. If bishop b2, I can go d5. Castles, d4 maybe, and then bishop a3 to come. Not great, probably. I can insert bishop c5 there after queen a5 and d5, but then he goes queen g5, and that's a bit annoying. I think I'll just go d5 immediately. If he takes everything, I'm probably a little bit worse, but don't think anything major. So clearly needs to take. If bishop b2, I give it a check. On b4, and if c3, I go bishop c5. So yeah, this is more logical. So I can go queen f5 or queen c5. Which one do you like the most? I like queen f5 actually. I'm probably a bit worse though. Castles, bishop c5, queen e2, castles, queen f6 maybe? It's really artificial. Okay, we'll try and at least exchange queens then. Okay, this was not ideal. What I did here, definitely not ideal. Yeah, queen e2 is also not bad, but I do get to exchange some pieces here. Bishop d2, bishop b4. Oh, I spoke too soon. He's really going for it. Okay, bishop b7, bishop b2, I'm going bishop f6. And then I just want to go bishop d7, castle queenside as quickly as I can. I should be doing okay. I don't see any way he can stop me from castling, and once I castle, the king on f1 is a serious issue. And spending time on g3, king g2, you know, that's not something that sort of screams danger. So he does have this. I kind of was thinking I might go castles, knight d6, king b7, take f7, and then something, just throwing something. Maybe it's not so easy. Knight d4, queen d3 then. Okay, I don't have a lot of time. Okay, I'll play safer then. King should be fairly safe here, I think. Develop at least one piece. And want to go 95 next. No, 95 is running into queen f4. That is a serious issue. Okay, we'll go rook g8 then. And time is starting to become a serious factor. Not panicking, just noting. Okay, we'll go 95 now. Queen a4, rook g6. And rook d1, I go bishop c6. No, actually I don't. I take on c4 first. And then I go bishop c6. Now we'll have some positional advantage. Okay, so here I go rook g6. Everything seems to be protected fairly nicely. Queen e5, and then hoping that this ending is somewhat better for me. Oh, he doesn't have to exchange. I think he does. f5. Queen a3 doesn't work. No, he still has to exchange. I don't have a lot though, but slight advantage. Okay. Bishop c6. c5. Not sure this is great for him. Okay, we'll do something a little bit strange here. f4. King f4, rook f6, king e3, rook f3, king e2, rook c3. And I've activated my rook in a really nice way. He didn't see a choice, I think. Yeah, he gives up f2 instead, but then he exchanges this one. Okay, that's clever. Okay, at least I get f6 and then e5. This, happy to exchange, I believe. Otherwise, I should probably start running. Okay. I'm getting king h5 now, though. I think I might just be winning here. Pawn ending, I haven't counted, but I must be winning that one. Okay, this one is hopeless. King g4. Yeah, king wherever, I think. This one. Oh, yes, knight h6 back. Okay. Need to be a tiny bit careful then. 95, king e5. He has to go for the pawn ending, but I believe that is dead lost. Oh, he lost some time. Okay. Gotta say that was a nervy match. I'm assuming it's over. If I haven't counted completely wrong, it's over. Very, very nervy start, but I gotta say 5.5 from the last 6 games. That's pretty good. As I said, yeah, very nervy games. I have to play much better in the final. But he was making it very, very difficult for me at some point. Okay, anyway, see you guys tomorrow.
Well, we wanted to do a historical top 50 of chess players of sort of all time, and to do that, we are using the statistics by Jeff Sonax, who has created a site called Chessmetrics. We've gotten some help from Frank Hofmeister, who is a well-renowned chess historian, but then we have still kind of added our own touch. And it's always going to be subjective, and there's no correct answer.
I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you agree with every single ranking, because usually when you publish lists, what could go wrong? Who would disagree with anything? But yeah, it's been fun, and I hope you like it.